Hello everyone, thank you for tuning into Vichar. My name is Padmashri and today I'm going to talk to you about my first solo travel. My first solo travel was to Bali when I was 23 years of age, which is about 10 years ago. I was a flight attendant with Etihad Airways at the time. I was based in Abu Dhabi and I was traveling to all the major cities of our planet. However, I had this deep longing, a deep desire to be able to explore cultures in a very authentic and a very local way. And therefore, I decided that this can only happen when I do so on my own. This kind of desire is not common. I may not find a partner, a travel partner who shares in this joy. So I decided that solo travel was the best way for me. When I was choosing the place that I would go to, and since it was my first solo travel, I wanted it to be adventurous, but at the same time, I wanted it to be safe. So Bali struck me as the right choice because number one, it is very close to my own culture. So though it is in a different part of the world, though it is in a different, geography, still it had elements that would seem familiar to me. So that was number one reason. And number two, whatever research I had conducted on the Balinese culture and the Balinese people was all positive, that they are kind, they're generous, and their values are practiced in society on a day-to-day basis. So I felt that this was a good beginning for my solo traveling journey, and I made my way there with a backpack on my back and a lot of happiness and joy in my heart. When I got to Bali, I was grateful for the choice I had made because I was right. The Balinese people were exceptionally kind and exceptionally honest as well. My experience in all parts of Bali, especially the lesser known areas in Bali, was top notch. I, of course, landed in Denpasar, which is Kuta, a very popular destination for tourists. I spent only 2 nights there, and then following that I went to other popular places such as Ubud and Ahmed. But there was one place which was totally off the beaten track, very close to Ahmed. The place is full of rice paddy fields and exceptionally beautiful waterfalls and very kind people who have not been exposed to the tourist culture in the rest of the country. I decided that in this place I will not live in a hotel or a resort. I wanted to stay with a local family and experience their culture firsthand, and so I did. I found a young boy who was a scooter driver, and I expressed this wish to him that I wish to understand the Balinese culture closely, and I wish to spend some days with a Balinese family if he knows of one. And he offered his own. He was the oldest son and he had a younger brother and a sister, and mom and dad, they owned a rice paddy field and a small house situated in the middle of their field. This place was absolutely heavenly because it was very close to the waterfalls, which was serene and pure. The rice paddy field itself was picturesque. There were all kinds of fruit trees also lining this field. For example, rambutan and mangosteen, jackfruit, and each morning there was a spread of different types of fruits from their land that they served to me. They did not want any money for this service, even though I had offered from the very beginning that since I'm not booking a resort, I will pay, a fair price for their hospitality. But they had refused from the start that no, they would like for me to stay over there for free and experience their home and their family as though it is my own. I, of course, at the end insisted that they take the money because it was something out of the ordinary that they did for me, and all of the expenses for food were incurred by them. So it made most sense for me to make sure that they get that money back and some more. But what affected me so positively is that they refused to take. They insisted that I should think of them as my own family, and so there is nothing that I owe them for those number of days that I stayed with them. My experience in Bali was so positive and so fulfilling that I decided that this is it. This is how I want to explore the world. This is exactly how I want to engage with people all over the globe, and I want to experience their values and their culture in a very authentic and a meaningful way, and hopefully also contribute something of my own to their lives and their happiness. So I hope this story has inspired you to give solo travel a shot, and if you do, or if you have already, please do let me know your experience, especially such kinds of experiences which are very heartwarming and very inspiring. Thank you for listening, and I shall see you in the next one.